Avatar.
Hello, Nathan. Thank you, and well, hello, people. And well, what's new?
Well,
Actually,
there is something new because here we are. 141 miles an hour is the latest update from Force 13 on Nepartak. So, 141 miles an hour and 926 millibars is the latest information from us on our analysis of what the storm is doing. So it's still strong, but it is continuing to weaken. 22.3 degrees north, 121.9 degrees east. But here's something that's much more significant. The storm has only moved 5 miles in the last hour, suggesting 5 miles an hour. From 14 miles the hour before, maybe you could get an average out of that, around 9 or 10 miles an hour. So I think Cesar's still right.
ouch.
It's
It
62 miles east-southeast of Donghae, 67 miles east-southeast of Chengong, and 189 miles southeast of Taipei.
Well, with this kind of horrible and slow movement, that you said 5 miles per hour right now, and it's about 62. How many miles you said to landfall?
Yeah, effectively 60 miles from landfall.
60. So it's about 12 hours.
Well, you can't really simplify it so much because it was doing 14 the hour before. But if you've got an average, say 9 or 10 miles an hour, then 6 hours. But who knows when it's going to get there? What we do know is that right now it is 60 miles from landfall, roughly. And many people are in the path of this system.
Oh, really? Nepartak is doing very bad stuff there. It's supposed that the Nepartak should be accelerating, not slowing down, because, well, I mean, it was accelerating incredibly fast, or it was moving very fast when it attained its first peak intensity. And then he decided to slow down to affect Taiwan. Okay.
Would you like to load up the satellite imagery, Cesar? Because I believe what we're about to see is in this next hour. It looks like Nepartak is just about to completely lose it on the left-hand side of the eye wall.
Let's see. This is the latest.
Take a look at this.
Well, part of the eye wall.
Wait till that last frame. See that? Just about to go.
This is the last frame.
Oh, look.
Here it is.
Are you sure there's not a more recent one than that? I believe Orlando's here, by the way.
Ah, yes. Yep. Wait. 1720 is the most recent.
There it is. Look at that. Just hanging on there. Orlando. Well, the big question now is how long do you think it'll be till landfall? Because no one really knows.
4 hours.
4 hours. Bearing in mind that this imagery is not the most recent, probably about half an hour old, I'd say, at the maximum. Cesar might be able to confirm or deny that.
Well, let me.
The last image is from 5:20 p.m. UTC, so nearly an hour old. 45 minutes. Sounds 45 minutes ago, so it can't be more than 3 hours from landfall now.
So, Nepartak, very bad guy you are. And, well, you can see now.
Stephen raises an interesting question, actually. He says,
yes,
the distance is measured from the centre of the eye wall, correct? So the western edge of the eye wall will be closer than what you're saying. I'm not sure how they do it, but I measure from the centre of the storm. Though it won't make much difference, because with there not being much of an eye left, it will only be 1 or 2 miles out, I'd expect, or maybe 3 or 4. But generally around 60 miles. We'll round it to the nearest 0. Around 60 miles from landfall.
Well, the glass frames now showing that the half southeast part of, well, the half south of Taiwan is now being affected by the top clouds of Nepartak that are around minus 70, I must say, I think.
Hmm.
But of course, the ice is losing its shape very fast, and you said it's moving incredibly slow. I said yesterday that I will decrease its speed by 12 miles per hour before landfall. I think I was wrong. It said 5 miles per hour in the last hour.
In the last hour, don't read too much into that.
I really, it really hurts hearing 5 miles per hour. It's incredibly slow. Actually, 5 miles per hour is kind the same speed that a normal human being walks. Actually,
You've walked
So-
very fast, Cesar.
uh-huh.
I walk at precisely 3 miles per hour.
Oh, so it's like jogging,
Something like that.
possibly. Jesus Christ! But I really Nepartak is still giving us surprises and wow. Well, I don't know I don't know how to explain that because it's very difficult to know which hour we will make landfall, how strong it will make landfall. Of course, it's weakening fast, but how fast is weakening due to land interaction. Well, some of the I think you said the Japanese meteorological agency said 130 miles per hour.
Yeah, they
It's
always
right
go
now.
low, though, don't they?
Well, of course it looks more than 130 miles per hour typhoon, but not more than 145. So
They're
Let's
already
put
getting
that-
close to 3 inches of rainfall in Taiwan in the last 2 hours.
ouch. That's a lot of rain.
Yeah, since midnight local time, and it's 10 past 2 in the morning now in Taiwan.
Aye. Well, let's see.
In
if
this
I-
hour, we will get news, or we expect to get news, from the ATCF,
So a
um,
new.
which I firmly believe will take it down from a Category 5. The ATCF, which is what the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre uses, it's an automated system, has said that this storm is still a Category 5, and we've
Aye.
not thought it's been a Category 5 for some time now. I think it lost Category 5 status on our analyses at about when was
Officially still having a Cat 5 status. So possibly it's nearing like 2 days or 1 day and a half with this category, and well, that's quite a lot, I think.
Yeah, indeed. But we expect the latest from the ATCF to come out within the hour, and we expect that it will say it's lower, and the JTWC will follow suit with that. However, the Japanese Meteorological Agency, I think they'll be doing another update in about 45 minutes. Their latest update, if you missed it, said that the storm had winds of 130 miles an hour. We think it's still got winds of 141 miles an hour, and the JTWC at their last update said 160, which, or was it higher? Which we, in any case, we really don't feel that it's a Category 5 anymore.
So literally all the agencies are playing guess intensity
Yeah.
or guess the.
Well, at least they're not
Guess
playing
the
Guess the
strength.
Storm. That would really show some
Oh,
lack
let
of
me
competence.
let me tell you that this storm is Nepartak. Wow, I won the guess storm. Okay, not well, that's why and in the last 2 hours we said that we need planes or drones. Well, well, drones with I don't think drones are perfect.
The point being, by the way, in the comments is that the Force 13 website uses the ATCF method as well. So that's why it is still saying Category 5. But on the SUS page, which you can access, force13.com/sews.html, you can find it from the home page as well, incidentally. That shows the latest information from my reckoning, which shows that it is what it is on our stream. But right now, it's getting rather close to landfall. Any more radar there?
Any radar? Yes, I need to reload the page to have the latest images. The latest image, it looks like it's by 2 a.m. UTC. Yes.
Looking a bit weak in the northwestern side there. Is that a glitch? Could be, because there's a little area there. It looks like it's glitched up. Oh, there we are. Looks a lot different, that.
Well, I always forget that name of the eye.
Tell you what, though, you can make out 3 rashes of red bands there in relation to the storm.
And that, well, I have bad memory. That small island in the Lanyu. Jesus Christ. And Lanyu Island actually had received like 60 inches of rain. Finally, I have not said millimeters, inches of rain.
No, you mean millimeters, yeah.
No, I was not meaning millimeters.
It's not going to get 60 inches, Cesar. The maximum on the model is for 52 over the mountains. The island is to expect about 8 inches of rain.
Oh, really?
Yes. which is about 200 millimeters. He's getting awfully confused.
Oh, Jesus. It's so confusing right now. I'm stuck about 60 inches of rain. I don't care.
8 inches, not 60.
Okay, 8 inches of rain. So,
but already 3 inches have fallen in the mountains of Hualien County so far, which is the rather long county on the right hand side of Taiwan, which the outer edge of the storm is over, along the eastern coast. That's where the bulk of the mountains are.
Well, and this imagery of the radar showing the movement of Nepartak, it really is really slow movement. It makes me kind of stressful that it's moving incredibly slow. I mean, why you're not moving fast and dissipate right now? Or deteriorate right now, because
it's going to
really
be a slow decline.
Yeah. Oh. But well, the one advantage is that the Nepartak is not a big storm, so it's not vulnerable to have fast weekend period that occurs in small storms like Marco or Danny. Well, Marco was insane.
Yeah.
Can you believe only 10 miles of tropical storm force winds from the center? What the hell?
So you'd be able to fit that in Nepartak's eye wall there.
Actually,
that red band on the west of the eye there is probably about 10 miles wide. Seriously.
Yeah, completely. Actually, How many Marcos can
Oh,
fit
don't.
in? No, I'm just kidding. But uh, well, uh, well, I don't know how to say it, but this southeastern part is now seeing very nasty rain or having nasty situations. And well, here's almost nothing. Some oh, there's a glitch here, and well, they're not receiving rain yet. Let's, let's see what happens. And about now, the latest image is 1745. So let's see how's now. Oh, for that. Oh no, that was last.
It was?
Oops. I was looking for last and not the Nepartak. Oops. 1730 is a recent image. Okay. Well, 10 minutes of difference is a lot of difference. So let's see the last frames of this system. Um, well, nothing to say about this looking the same. Disorganizing very quickly this part of the storm. Is 1:20 local time, so we are about 40 minutes to know the new update of the agencies, approximately.
Yeah, something like that. Hopefully sooner. So we know when it's what it's probably going to say, or do we?
or or do we exactly? But well, I don't. Well, if the agencies don't say anything insane or crazy, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we'll be watching and waiting on that one, and we'll give you any updates as soon as they arrive. There's not much else to say at this stage other than to watch and wait. We could look at the other systems, I suppose, if you want to, Cesar. And I'm sure there'll be a
Yes.
floater out on 90W by now. You would think.
Well, let me find out to see if there's. Nope, there's not. Well, here is no any evidence of other system or 90W in this page.
Oh, on
No,
there, yeah. But on the NOAA floaters, it might be there.
not yet.
Well, yeah, that's on RAM.
Well, but yeah, that's in the RAM, but possibly there are some update.
I'll have a look for you.
90W recent.
Nope,
Please.
it's still not there yet on the NOAA floaters, so don't bother.
So, in other words, 90W is hypothetical. And,
No, not
of
quite.
course not. Not quite. It has its chances, but right now it's looking very
So let's look
nice.
at 4E then, Tropical Depression 4E.
Well, looks
Wrecked.
like it's. Yes, it's wrecked. But I don't. Well, I think maybe it's trying to gain some organization
Well,
here in the
certainly
last
can't
frame.
lose.
Well,
Can't look any worse.
it's a very tiny system, really. Very disorganized. But the forecast says that 4E in the next 5 days could attain 90 knots of wind. That means a Category 2
Does indeed.
hurricane.
Well, let me tell you what all the respective models say about that. A variety of things. The let's see, what should we start with? The ship's model says, the ship for 5-day model says that it will get to only 65 miles per hour. This is Tropical Depression 4E. The NHC, of course, say 105. The LGEM model says 104, and the HWRF says 109, and the Decay ships model says 112. So it seems that we've got a consensus there for Category 2.
Yeah, I will say that possibly 4E could attain Category 2 status, so which means that it will be named Celia if it gains strength. Actually, I'm showing right now visible imagery of 4E. Well, actually, doesn't look so bad like in the infrared imagery, but well, it's like
And
a
just in
tiny
case
circulation there.
in case everyone didn't know, all the models say that Blas is gonna go. And a
Finally.
steep decline in the next 48 hours.
Well, Blast is weakening fast. There's the
It's
latest.
basically reached the peak of the roller coaster ride, and he says, "I don't want to go down." Oh, but it has to. What goes up must come down, and that's what Blas is doing.
Well, Blast really did good in his life about its intensity. I mean, it rapidly gained strength, and it was maintaining major hurricane status also when the conditions were not good, actually, because wind shear are, well, all this zone is very it has a lot of wind shear in this part I just showed you. And well, right now it's looking awful, completely awful.
By my latest reckoning, I think the Typhoon is going to make landfall in about 2.5 hours, by my best guess.
Let's see what we got here. Well, of course, it lost its eye practically. Look at this beauty here. And then the next day, wrecked.
Is that Blas?
Yes, it's Blast.
Yeah.
This imagery from yesterday, and then
Did look wonderful.
right now. Yesterday, Blast was incredibly wonderful. Very, very amazing storm. Let's see if I
Oh,
can
by the
show
way,
you now.
Yes?
Yes?
I'm pretty sure it's been well over an hour since John said he was going for an hour-long nap.
Yes. John, come here. Sorry, come here.
So the viewers need to let everyone needs to let John know that when he comes back. Okay, wonderful.
Wonderful. Okay. Oh, no, this imagery is from yesterday because it's the only...
Is that still Blas or it's
No,
Nepartak?
this is
Good.
Nepartak.
It did look a
Yeah,
bit
but
better than Blas.
No, but this imagery is from yesterday. I don't have... Well,
Yeah, well, of course, it's not
alright.
visible yet, is there?
I'm still having... Well, I'm going back to...
Yeah, let's go back to that latest imagery, and if there's any new frames, that would be really helpful for us to see how it's progressing.
Wait a minute. Okay, nice. Here it is. Nepartak again. Oh,
It is
I
still
saw
holding
some.
on. It is still holding on there, despite that trouble that's happening on its north. The eye is hanging on. It's not disintegrating, and it's getting so close to landfall now that it probably won't disintegrate till landfall. And I must say that eye is probably extremely close to Green Island, the English name for it, the Taiwanese name Ludao Island. Is that radar up to date?
I need to. For make sure, I'm going to update again the.
Yes, please. It must be really close to the island now.
It's the latest image.
Really?
So yeah,
It look misleading on that imagery you look at. It looked much closer to Taiwan than it does there. Just go back a moment and have a look at this again.
Wait.
Wrong one. That one.
Actually,
Yeah, it
it
might
really
be,
looks
might be about right.
looks. mm, I'm going to take a look at this. I'm going to zoom out
But it's
there.
certainly weak in the northwestern side. Oh, look at that.
Okay.
The typhoon's bigger than Taiwan, that's for sure. Only just, though.
Okay, I'm going to compare both imageries. Let's see. I'm going to pause that image a little bit. Okay, this right now. This is right now. Hmm. Actually, I think this it looks it's more closer than the radar,
Maybe. Yeah.
possibly. I don't know.
Well, hey, if you've got any comments or questions for us whilst we're on the air, do send them in. I know that
This second, please.
the show itself is actually losing its way just a little bit, but that's because there isn't really much news to tell you. Though we will do another roundup at the end of this hour. And of course we do expect more news to be coming in as the morning or early morning hours progress, as it is local time. And it's just waiting and seeing for the landfall. We will probably stay on the air a little bit after landfall, and then we will probably conclude our streaming, though we may come back at a later point to discuss potential aftermath and whatever might be happening, the effects of the storm, and if there's anything of it left, what it does in China. But we will be staying with you, I anticipate, at least for the next 3 or 4 hours. The time in China and Taiwan is 2:29 in the morning, 3:30 in Japan, 1:30 is it in Mexico? Yes, I believe so.
Yes, 1:30 p.m. right now in Mexico.
7 in the evening here at Force 13 HQ in the UK.
That's right. And well, I possibly the people in Taiwan will wake up and watching their streets completely full of.
I doubt they'll get
of
much rest at
destruction.
all this evening. But it's probably quite clear that the storm is now less than 60 miles from landfall. It's getting closer and closer.
But very slowly, very, very slowly. About what, 8 to 10 miles per hour is moving west-northwest.
In general, yes. Though who knows is the question.
Well, it fluctuated incredibly because 2 hours per hour it was moving 14 miles per hour, and then the last hour it moved only 5 miles. So, well, what a crazy storm you are, Nepartak. Well, I don't know. This current situation in my HQ, very polluted. Damn.
Oh, that's Monterey.
Yes. You can barely see our icon in Monterey. This mountain is Monterey's icon. Completely covered by smog. Fortunately, Jesus. Because there's no wind. But well, this is not important. Well, what else? 40 is here.
I just want to let everyone know, I do wonder about the validity of that latest hour of movement, Cesar, because at 2:32 local time, the storm is now 49 miles from landfall. So that would mean that it would have moved 13 miles in the last half hour, which would make very little sense. So I think it was just a temporary thing, and of course it's not exact, but it is approximately 49 miles from landfall now. But so, well, let's go. Let's take it all the way back to midday UTC, which is now just over 6 hours ago. At that point, actually I didn't have the data for Donghae. I got the data for Donghae 1 UTC. So it was 99 miles away 5.5 hours ago. So in 5.5 hours it has moved 50 miles. So at the current rate it'll take another 5.5 hours.
Ooh. So it possibly will make landfall in the next 5 hours. Possibly.
But I do feel it has been accelerating. So I think it will be much less than that. Looking at it, I would suggest it will be 2-3 maximum.
Well, let's see what happens. This storm has fluctuated a lot in these hours. And I'm going back to the radar. Maybe I have another. Nope. So local time of the current location of the storm is 2:10. Well, in that image, of course. Practically 3/4 of Taiwan has been covered by the storm, or well, 3/4 of Taiwan are receiving rain of Nepartak. Possibly will turn, of course, worse in the next hours. I'm going to move a little bit closer.
And it is getting rather close indeed.
I think I'm very like that, something. Or
What is the noise in your background? It sounds like it's raining heavily.
no, I think it's my own computer.
Really, your computer fan?
Yeah. No. The rain in my HQ doesn't exist right now.
Of course. We're looking at the image, and it was very sunny. If you're just joining us, Nepartak, we believe, is now just 50 miles away from landfall, and Daniel has joined us.
Welcome, Daniel. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Very good. What are your thoughts about Nepartak?
Well, truthfully, I haven't been really tracking it. I've just been looking at updates every so often on my chat room.
Attila the Hun with lots of zeros in between says, still nothing measured in Taipei. What's the approximate time till it hits here? Well, it's a difficult question because it's not going to fully hit Taipei, it would seem. And you're right, nothing has happened there yet, though the edge of the storm is getting mighty close to Taipei, so you'll probably start to see the rain very soon, and possibly to tropical storm force winds. I doubt you'll get typhoon force winds. They'll go 20-30 miles, 40 miles south, and that might be a very different story, especially on the east coast. But Taipei is going to get away with this one, I would say. But one place that isn't is Taitung, I think it was the name. Taitung City, which appears to be right in the crosshairs for a landfall here, I am afraid to say. It's getting very close. Well, I don't think it'll be in the eye, though, I don't know, judging the way by its movement there, it's still west-northwest. I think it will go just a few miles north of Taitung City, and it's a large city, and it could get subject to Category 4 winds for a prolonged period of time, which would be horrible.
That's right. It will turn very nasty in the next few hours. And I don't know if the frames are not updated. Or I have another updated image of there, not yet. So we're going back to the same situation. The parts are looking every time worse and worse.
Yeah, well, of course.
Actually, something that I see is that the top clouds of the Partak stay in the same location, but the Partak's eye is getting closer. So I must say that the mountains are completely destroying here the the clouds there. So in other words, it's a great sign of that because the Partak is moving closer and closer and closer. Oh,
Well, we've not said it for some time, so let me reiterate all the warnings that are in effect right now in Taiwan and beyond. Nepartak, as you can see, is less than 62 miles away from land. It is on its way. It is now 49 miles from landfall. A typhoon warning is in effect for the whole of Taiwan, except the two offshore islands, Kinmen County and Lianshan County. Rainfall amounts to be expected are as follows. New Taipei City, 14 inches. Taipei City, 8 inches. Taoyuan City, up to 14 inches. Same for Miaoli County. Taichung City, up to 14 inches. Changhua County, 8 inches. Yunlin County, up to 14. Tainan City, up to 14. Kaohsiung City, possibly up to 20 inches of rain. Kinmen County, expecting only 3 inches. Keelung City, 8. Yilan County, up to 20. Hsinchu County, up to 14. Hsinchu City, 3. Hualien County, exceeding 20. Nantou County, up to and exceeding 20 inches. Chiayi County, the same. Chiayi City, around 8 inches. Taitung County, up to or exceeding 20 inches in the mountainous areas. Pingtung County, the same. And Penghu County, 8 inches expected. We've already observed around 3 inches of rain falling so far. The precipitation today so far, bearing in mind it's only 2:40 in the morning local time, so since midnight, already 72.5 millimeters of rain has fallen in Fenglin Township in Hualien County. That is 3 inches since just over 2 hours and 40 minutes ago.
Nathan, let me show you something interesting that I just found. I'm going to screen share that. I saw in the rampage that the Partak attained like an 894.9 millibars this time at 12 UTC. That was 6 hours prior. That's well, the official list is 897, but I don't know if we can trust with that. All the models overrate the intensity of the storms, actually.
Oh, we weren't looking at that just for a minute. Just scroll back up there a little bit. Oh, and that's saying that the storm's 895.
Yep.
Now, I don't know how reliable that is, but that's suggesting that it's 895 mil. I'd buy it personally. I don't think it's true. When it was at peak, how long ago was that? That was July 7th. Oh, that was earlier today then. Well, I don't buy it anymore because it didn't look like that at 12 Zulu.
But well, it said 895, but I'm stick about 897.
But it's interesting. It's interesting because if you go to older versions of that same product, it might be even lower.
891, like, or
I don't know.
Like
have a look.
Well, I don't know. I just
about cameras.
No.
Oh,
If you go back to
let me-
6 Zulu this morning,
Oh,
this 6.
see what it says. What does it say? 'Cause it would have been stronger back then.
887.
888. Gilbert intensity. And what about midnight UTC?
Let's see. 884.
Oh, so it indicated a peak of 888. But that was when it was doing an eye wall replacement cycle. So go back to 18
Exactly.
Zulu, like yesterday. Sorry, this is just my curiosity here.
No,
Because
it's not.
we should know.
882.
Goodness.
Yeah.
And just go back one
Let's see more.
One more step. Because I think
Yes.
this would be the last one that it could be 886. So 882 it says, automated. Its potential peak intensity. So if anyone wanted evidence that it was 882 to fulfill their agenda, there it is. Anyway.
990. So at 12 UTC of 6 July, it was 886 millibars of peak intensity by these models, but it's not confirmed. Well, we don't have evidence of that. But that's something interesting, actually. I just found that and said, well, it's kind of possible, but not sure. I don't think it was stronger than Maggie, or rivaling Maggie.
Well, it certainly
You know
isn't
that.
now.
Oh, no, right now, of course not. But at the time of... Sorry.
Well, let's have a chat with Daniel. Daniel, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
How's the
Only
weather?
fine.
How's the weather in beautiful Manchester, UK?
Well, it's been off and on raining, really.
Right.
There's a brief period of sunshine now, but it'll probably start raining again soon.
Well, it's cloudy here, 20 miles from your location.
Actually, I wouldn't say it's sunshine, I'd say it's cloudy, like you just said. But it's
Right.
not raining,
So
so...
how can you get sunny and cloudy confused? That wasn't an answer I was looking for.
I thought it was sunny for a second, and...
Right.
Oh.
So it was sunny for a second.
It could have been.
Could have been.
Yeah. Might have missed it.
Anyway. Cesar, I don't suppose you've got any more news on the radar, perhaps?
Radar, let's see if I have some more.
Daniel, if you'd like to
Updates.
screen share anything at any point, sure, go ahead.
Anything.
Well,
Oh, for
anything
God's
that's,
sake.
anything that's relevant to the live event, of course. Anything that you do show, that will be down to you.
What about that real Earth or whatever it's called?
This is the latest image of the radar, Nathan.
Good to.
Here's the Green Island.
Yes.
Oh, I know.
Really close to the center of the storm
I
now.
haven't forget the name of the island. Finally.
Yeah, nice.
Okay. Well, do you think it's like about 20 miles away? Possibly
Ooh, yeah, 20 miles.
between 15, 20, possibly.
Probably 15 miles from the edge of the eye, yeah.
Ay, ay,
Aye, yes.
ay. Funny guy. Let me animate the last 3 hours of this radar imagery. You can see how slow is moving the Nepartak.
Really is.
Really.
Is it three
slow.
systems that are active at the moment?
Yes, there are.
Oh, right,
3.
yeah.
You'd be right. Now, Japanese Meteorological Agency will due to update at any time. So when they put out their latest update, we'll let you know what they're saying. Their last update was 130 miles per hour. We believe the storm was, as of the start of this hour, 141 miles per hour, and a pressure of around 900 and what was it, 926 I think it was. Yeah, so the storm is certainly on its way down, but certainly not out, and certainly going to cause problems for Taiwan. Category 4 conditions certainly still possible for the southeastern part, including Taitung City. Population 106,000.
Wow. See if I can latest imagery of the Nepartak here.
I am back from my nap.
Wow, that took you long enough.
Oh,
I slept
Finally.
past my timer.
Yes, you always do, don't you?
Yeah, I guess I was too darn tired.
Oh dear. You must have had real
Well-
issues last night.
Yeah, I guess I did.
so
I'll just look up some
just-
updated imagery.
Well, the storm is getting ever closer to landfall, that's for sure.
Really?
yeah, well,
The next observations of the storm from Force 13, they'll be coming out very soon, so do stay tuned. So John, you may remember what it looked like when you went for your nap. How do you think it's changed?
Alright, here we go. Not a whole lot. Ooh, look at those last frames. And I go flying. A couple patches of 80, some 70s.
Oh yeah, signs of regeneration in those late frames.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's really interesting. It's going to be up from 141 at the next hour, I would say.
Looks like someone took a bite out of the 70s though, on the
Yes,
north western side.
the red areas.
Can you see my screen share?
Yes, we can indeed.
Good. Which one are we focusing on at the moment?
The big one.
One just
Oh,
north
right.
of Luzon.
The big one.
Yeah.
Having said that, the eye temperature is really going. The eye temperature is now in the -50s. In other words,
Oh.
there's
Is it in the-
hardly an eye left.
Is this it? You the one you? Oh, it's gone. Is this the one,
No,
or is
now
it
you're in
another
the
one?
Atlantic. Where are you going?
Oh, I thought that was one of them.
No, it's not. It's an extratropical cyclone, that one.
Ah,
That's a
That's too
hurricane
far.
strength extratropical cyclone.
is this the one then? Down here.
Oh, you're going to Blas. It was the first
Oh,
one you were
this isn't-
looking at, Daniel.
Oh,
That's sake.
Ha ha.
Well, that'll be easy to find.
Now that's taken some time. We'll also give you the latest position in just a moment as well, to let you know exactly how far it is from landfall. It's getting closer and closer by the moment, and we'll let you know very shortly. In the meantime, I'm going to have to hand over to one of you guys whilst I do figure those numbers out. So, discuss as you please.
Well, look at Reb.
Oh my word.
That's probably my worst live stream in terms of exhaustion. Well, I could still power through this. The imagery, latest imagery I got is the 18Z imagery. How outdated is that?
Not very. 50 minutes.
hear that the JTWC sent out an update yet.
No, they won't be doing an update for some time. The ATCF will be coming out with something very soon now, and the Japanese Meteorological Agency. If I was to check now, they may have done it. And yes, they have. The Japanese Meteorological Agency says that the storm has weakened further to 120 miles per hour. So by JMA's reckoning, it is now a Category 3. Though I disagree with that. The latest wind speed from Force 13 HQ, I believe it is 143 miles per hour. So still comfortably a Category 4, being real
Pretty
about
comfortably.
this.
The ATCF was last updated at 12Z.
And now I've got the latest information in terms of distance. The storm is now 42 miles east-southeast of Donghae, which is just north of Taitung City, 48 miles east-southeast of Chengong, and 175 miles southeast of Taipei. That's the latest. So it's really closing in, and if you get that radar back up, you may see it pass over one of those islands very soon indeed.
Clearly.
Is Cesar still here? Daniel's computer is. Is that a jet engine?
No.
Are you
it's
sure?
the farm. Yeah, I'm sure.
Word. I think Cesar has taken a short break.
Still here. Darn, I
I'm
was
here,
tired.
guys.
Oh,
Don't
there's
miss
Cesar.
me. Here.
Yes, could you possibly show us the radar once more? Because it was getting really close to landfall over that island.
Wait a minute. Okay. We'll take a little bit to play that. Sorry, to upload the imagery. Now 240 is the latest radar imagery. Oops. Sorry, I'm making some mistakes here.
Don't worry about it.
Wait a minute until it's ready. I'm going to show you the screen share. Okay. Okay, nice. Let's do it. Share screens. Here it is. This is the latest radar imagery right now. Where Green Islands is in very close to receive the -60 cloud top clouds.
Yep.
Let me play it. Oops, it's here. There it is. Accelerate it a little bit. And
Like-
here it is. Sorry, John?
Never mind. I'm just watching it. Looks like those mountains are shredding the outer rain bands.
It's like putting a storm through a shredder, isn't it?
Pretty much.
If you've got any questions or comments to us whilst we're on air, don't hesitate to post it in the YouTube comments section, and if anything's aimed towards us, we'll reply. And this is Force 13 Live, coming up to 3 in the morning in Taiwan. Typhoon Nepartak has winds of approximately 143 miles per hour, a pressure of around 927 millibars, and is on its way, and is going to get there very soon. We expect, within 2 hours, maybe now? Maybe just over 2 hours. Because
Yeah.
it's made up. How many was it? Was it about 20 miles in this last hour? Was it? Am I right in saying that? I can't remember. But I think it
Well-
might have been 20 miles in this last hour, if I'm not mistaken. Now, let me just.
It's booking it now. I'm looking like it.
Yeah, it's done 20 miles in this last hour. That's for certain. So that's quite something.
Definitely. It's moving along per se.
And at that rate, it'll be there in, well, yeah, in 2 hours.
Let's see if in this satellite animation I can have more recent imagery of Nepartak. Yes, 2 more frames, recent frames. So let's put it from 1220 to 1820, last 6 hours. I'm going to slow down a little bit that. Okay, here is better.
Looks like it's closing in.
No, of course it's closing. It's not
Nice.
yet-
The eyes shrunk significantly.
No, of course it lost a lot of its shape in the last 6 hours completely.
It looks completely distorted. It looks like a storm is passing over Hispaniola, pretty much.
Well, Taiwan is comparable to that, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, because any hurricane that passes over Hispaniola, it loses strength very very fast, and it loses strength fast, and with this because it's a place with a lot of mountains.